What is up, guys? My name is Nick and welcome back to another Modern Warfare video. Today we're going to be talking about ways to raise your KD, get a bunch more kills, and just stop dying so damn often within the game. And I'm going to give you guys all these tips. Now before we get into this, guys, I'm going to set a like goal of 3,000 likes. We never said something that high before, so if you guys could hit this, if you guys could smash right through that, go ahead and do it. That would be absolutely amazing. Even if you never ever liked the video before, if you guys could help us hit that goal, that would be super cool. Now I also want to ask you guys to let me know what your your current KD is in the game, and for Warzone as well. My Warzone KD, I gotta get it a bit higher. I think I'm at like a 1.85. I really want to bring that to like a 3.0, so I'm gonna try my best to actually do that. But let me know what your multiplayer and your Warzone KD is down in the comments below. And I also want to say, like, guys, I'm a person too, man. So when I'm playing this game, you might see me always uploading games where I go like 45 and 5 or 50 and 2 or something like that. But I have bad games as well. I'm just like you guys. I get bad games. I get games where I go like 20 and 19, and it's like it's really frustrating and stuff. And I do have those games. It is something that happens, but I just want to let you guys know, like, you could actually get a lot better games. You could also, these tips are going to help you out a lot. I actually have a list right here, so if you guys see me turning my head a lot, it's because I'm looking at the list. I want to talk about all these points. I want to make sure I don't miss one, and let's get straight into this. So the first one I want to talk about, I talk about this one a lot, and that is sensitivity. I'm going to show you guys a quick example on this map right here. So the way I have my sensitivity set, we're going to pretend that these dudes right here are actual targets. They're actual enemies, okay? They're not just little spray paints on the wall or something like that. So let's say you're running, you start getting shot. With my sensitivity, I have it set to 10 and 10. I feel like it's the perfect I shouldn't have done that. I feel like it's the perfect sensitivity to actually turn on people, but let's go through the options here and change your sensitivity. Some people, if you get comfortable at a really high one, that's cool, and you should definitely be playing on something you're comfortable with. But I want to give you an example. Let's say you start getting shot at on a 20, you turn, it's hard. It's like really hard to control if it's something you're not used to. I'm not even looking at the enemy. I looked all the way there. It's something you definitely want to fix, but then there's the other specter where if you go way too low, let's say you play on a 3 or something like that, you start getting shot at. By the time you turn around, yeah, you're going to be completely accurate, but by the time, let's say I start getting shot right now, I'm gonna be dead by the time I turn around. That's just way too low. So I think personally, a good sensitivity is anywhere between 7 and 12. If you could go anywhere there, I kind of like 10 at the moment. If you could go anywhere there, that's perfect. You get shot on, you could turn, snap, and start shooting the enemy like that. So definitely play on something you're comfortable with, but try not to play on something too low, like a 2. And if you're definitely not good at it, if you're definitely not accurate, don't play on a 20. Like, it's just not going to work out like that. The next one I want to talk about is to flip your controls, and this one's a really good one as well. So you go into the options, and then you have the option right here for stick and move, and you can see that I already have mine set to flipped. All I have to do on a PlayStation controller is press square, and it flips it. That's it. So if you're on Xbox, it's whatever button is right here. It might be A, it might be something like that, I'm not sure, but just make sure you flip that. And that changes these controls. L2 and R2 are normally your fire buttons, like you can see right there, but it changes it to L1 and R1. So now I'm shooting with the top triggers instead, which actually does bring in your gun's ADS a little bit faster, which is really important, especially in a game where you die so fast. Those few milliseconds will actually save you guys a bunch. Whereas if I were to shoot with L2 and stuff, it takes a few seconds to shoot in longer. And there's controllers like scuff controllers out there that they actually build trigger stoppers into these triggers right here, so you could press them a lot faster. So you do know that they actually do help, but you don't need to go through all that. You don't need to buy a special controller. All you got to do is flip it. The next one I want to say is something that I have right here, and that is a Control Freak. And yeah, I am sponsored by them, but I don't want to sound like a sellout. You guys are probably be like, yo, you're such a sellout. I'm not. These are really good. These are amazing. They're little extensions to your controller, and what I really love about it is it does help you actually aim a lot better. Like, you actually have way more control over your aim when you use these. Guys, get a pair. They're not that expensive. Use code ItsNick. Save yourself 10% as well, and they're really good. Like, I've been using them since the game probably came out. I've been using them since Black Ops 3. I've been using them in every single COD, even in Fortnite when I played Fortnite. They're really damn good. Now, the next one I want to talk about is to always stay away from the center of the map. You never want to be seen in the center of the map. That's a place you definitely don't want to be. And I'm looking away quickly because I'm trying to read this fast, but definitely stay away from the center. Like, for example, this map right here, the center would be probably around this area where I'm at right now. But the thing that sucks here is that somebody could be watching you from up here, somebody could be watching you from there, from up here, literally everywhere. There's even even a head glitch right there that they could watch you from, all the way there, up there, literally up there, like anywhere. People could see you from literally anywhere you are when you're in the center of the map. This door right here, somebody could be camping in there waiting for someone to run by. This is definitely a spot you don't want to get caught in. There's just way too many areas where somebody could get you from, whereas if I go to the side of the map here, you guys are going to notice it's a lot better. If you try to flank the enemies from coming from this way here, the only place they could be is straight ahead of you and up there. Maybe someone could be here, and that's all you got to look out for. That is it. Whereas when you're in the center, you got 360 degrees of where enemies could actually be. So stay away from the center of the map. That is super important. Now the next one I want to talk about is to always use the right weapon on the right map. A lot of people always they don't follow this. You get comfortable with a weapon, and that's the only weapon you want to use. So for example, this map right here, I'm using the MP7 right now, which is a really good weapon to use on this map because it's small. I could get into these close quarter fights here, start shooting everyone. Oh look, there's someone up there, shoot him easily and kill him. But if somebody's using an LMG on a map like this, chances are you're going to be sitting in this area here to try and get those long shots, and you're a sitting target. So don't use that. And if you get up too close, and let's say you're using an LMG right here, and there's somebody head glitching this little barrel right here, and he has the MP7 or the MP5 or something, you're dead. You're dead. So make sure that you're using the right map, or the right gun for the right map. ARs on bigger maps, LMGs on bigger maps. ARs you could get away with on a map like this, but I still suggest SMGs for the smaller maps like Shoot House, Rust, this Condor's Hideout right here, all that stuff as well. The next one I want to say, and this one is really good, is to practice against bots. It might not sound like fun. It's not fun. You're literally playing against bots, but what you want to do is get into a private match, any map you want. Smaller maps are better because you have to actually shoot a lot more often. So like this map right here, put on the maximum enemy bots, put it on free-for-all so you can even have 11 enemy bots, set their health to 200. You want to set it to the max health they could possibly have. Turn off your aim assist and put the bots on headshots only. So this way, let's say one of these things here is an actual bot, you have to actually aim. You can't shoot his body, you're not going to get hit markers or anything. You actually have to aim at the head, which is a very small target as you can see, and they're going to be moving too. So it's going to actually force you guys to practice your aim, to get your aim a lot better, and that really does help out a lot. So make sure you guys go ahead and do that, and then when you get back onto multiplayer, don't do something I've done in the past. I forgot to turn on aim assist again. I get back in multiplayer, I'm like, well, I can't even aim at the enemy. Turn it back on. Trust me, turn it back on, because you don't want to keep that off. Another one I want to talk about is let the enemies come to you, and I'm using this map again as a great example. Let's say you're in this area of the map right here. Let the enemies come through this window. Let the enemies come through that door. You use this tree as a little like hiding spot. You could even use these barrels right here. Make yourself a very hard target to hit. Let the enemies come to you. If you see that they might be spawning behind you, you could even come here and head glitch this area right there and start shooting them like that. So always let the enemies come to you. That's super important. Then look at the MP7, man. Look at that. I also want to show you guys something here quickly. The MP7, which has very good recoil control, I'm not even going to hold this at all. I'm not going to touch anything. You guys can see that with it just shoots up very little. So use the MP7, man. It's so damn good. You barely have to practice your aim. It gives you automatic aim pretty much. I also want to talk about revenge, which is something a lot of people end up doing. Let's say somebody kills you and he's camping in that corner of the map right there. He's sitting literally right there and he's camping. He kills you. Don't go running back in the same spot to get him. If you want to get him, if you really want to get this guy, try to go all the way around the map. Come around to like this corner here. He's going to be looking all the way down there, and you could just go pop and shoot him right there. Just kill him like that instead of always rushing him from the same spot. You're gonna seek revenge. Don't do it. I mean, even if you want to, just don't do it. It's not worth it. You're gonna die. And the last thing I want to say is, if you're in a gunfight, let's say you're at a long distance like this, you start shooting at someone but you're missing a lot of shots and he's connecting a lot to you, run away. Don't even go back into the gunfight. Heal up, just run away, move across the map, go here, jump on this, maybe try to get people come in there. Eventually you'll get up against this guy again and you should kill him. But if you actually try to push him again and he's already pre-aiming down there, you're going to die. So don't even try it. Let's say you're right one off an advanced UAV, which is really going to help your team out. You're probably going to die. Is it worth it? It's really not worth it. And yeah, stop sprinting everywhere is literally the last thing I want to say. If you're sprinting around everywhere, you're running into this doorway, you're sprinting, and there's a dude camping right here, pre-aiming, by the time you stop sprinting and aim down sights, you're dead. So stop it. If you get to a doorway, what you should be doing is jumping in and pre-aiming like that if you think someone is there. Or you could even slide jump like that, and it's really gonna mess up with him. The camera angles, he won't be able to see you, and you should be able to get the kill. So one thing you might see me doing a lot is sliding and then jumping and pre-aiming into an area, which really does help out a lot. But that's gonna be it for the tips today, guys. I hope it actually does help you guys out. Hopefully you guys can do a lot better within these games. I'm gonna do a lot more face cams as well in the future. Now, if you guys made it this far into the video, comment blue banana. We messed with a few people in yesterday's video with the random comment and stuff, so let's do it again to these people. Actually, don't even say blue banana. Go ahead and comment, this is the best class setup ever. Just write, this is the best class setup ever, and let's see what people say, because it's a tip video, it's not a class setup. But yeah, it's gonna be it, guys. If we could hit 3,000 likes, dude, I will be in shock. I will actually be in shock if we could do that. So guys, go ahead, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new around here with those notifications turned on. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Nick, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.